Imagine this. You have a potential idea for a product that can make you crores of rupees, but you are being told to work on it for the next 23 to 25 years. You work on it really hard, you gain the necessary knowledge, and after 25 years, you are ready to launch your product in the market. But when you look around yourself, no one is willing to pay you crores, let alone pay attention to your product. Your product is sitting on the shelf and no one cares about it. You feel devastated because you spent your precious time, your precious life on it. You are thinking to yourself that what did I do wrong? Why isn't my product getting the recognition and the loads of money that it deserves? Ladies and gentlemen, the product that I'm talking about is none other than you. Yes, I'm talking about you. You are the product. You work on yourself, you gain the necessary knowledge, you gain the necessary education for somewhere around 23 to 25 years, only to get ignored by the recruiters. You think that you deserve a job, but the truth is that the recruiter doesn't even know that you exist. Think about it for a moment. Let's say that a book exists somewhere out there which can solve your problems, but you don't know what the title of the book is, or you don't even know who the author of the book is. Then how are you supposed to find that book? The same applies for the recruiters as well. Or even if the recruiter is able to find you, how are you supposed to stand out from the competition, who could be having the same set of skills, or maybe they are better skilled than you are? And that is where, my friends, personal branding can come in. I have been studying and applying the principles of personal branding for the last 2 years, and I got to say that it's powerful, like really powerful. I was able to land my internship and my first job because of the personal brand. I am fortunate to have been offered jobs from 2 different organizations during the pandemic because of my personal brand and my network. I have been offered to work as a partner, as a founder, co-founder for the startups, for the businesses because of the personal brand that I have. Now, I'm not saying that to boast about myself, obviously. I'm saying that to illustrate the power of personal brand. Now that you understand how important can it really be, let's understand what personal branding really is. Now, the idea behind personal branding is absolutely simple. It is about getting known in your industry for the value that you provide. And by the way, personal branding and personal brand are 2 different concepts, but we'll get to that in a bit. Now, personal brand is made up of 2 words, personal and brand. A brand is something with which we can easily identify a product. When it comes to athletic wear, Nike and Adidas come to mind. When it comes to premium smartphones, Apple's iPhones come to mind. A brand is something that stands out from the crowd and it has some kind of value attached to it. There is some kind of benefit attached to that brand, and the best brands in the world actually deliver a feeling. For example, wearing Nike shoes can make you feel like a runner, and purchasing an iPhone can make you feel important because it's expensive. But what happens when we attach a personality to a brand? Well, it becomes personal brand. Your personal brand is basically your own brand. As Shwetabh Gangwar in his book, The Rudest Book Ever, says that you are a product. And he's got a point. You are a combination of skills and experiences that can be utilized by an organization so that they can get ahead in their goals and you can get a salary or a fees for your services. A personal brand is something that you already have. Believe it or not, all of us have a personal brand associated with them. For example, let's say that there's a guy who is procrastinating or who is lazy, then that is an aspect of his personal brand. If a girl is smart or witty, then these are the personality traits of her personal brand. And this is where things get interesting. It could be possible that you are not even aware that what your personal brand looks like. To quote Jeff Bezos, your brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. Now, this could be possible because in your mind, you might think that you are honest and truthful, but your friends behind your back call you arrogant and blunt. Ask me why I know this specific example. It could be possible that people have a specific opinion about you, but in your own mind, you are an entirely different person. And that is where personal branding can come in. Personal branding is when you make an intentional effort to create a public perception about who you truly are. Personal branding can allow you to be perceived as honest if you are honest. Personal branding can allow you to be seen, to be perceived as hardworking fresher if you want to be perceived as a hardworking fresher. Now, there are 2 steps to do personal branding. Number 1 is to stick with what you have said. For example, if you have told someone that you are going to wake up early in the morning, let's say at 6 a.m. and do workout, then you have to stick with that, even if no one is watching. That way you will gain confidence in yourself, so that when you engage with someone else in the workplace or at your college or anything where you're working or studying, you will know that you will follow through your promises. You will know that you would follow through your promises and your commitment. If you want to be perceived as hard-working college student, then you have to work hard. What were you expecting, that I was going to give you some kind of quick hack or something? What do I look like? The second step to do personal branding is to create content. Content can be blogs, Instagram posts, a LinkedIn post, a presentation, a tweet, podcast, or a video. But what's the point of content? Isn't that for content creators, social media influencers, or the people in the social media industry who are constantly asking for likes, followers, and subscribers? So, subscribers की थोड़ी ज़रूरत है, थोड़ी से views की ज़रूरत है. No, absolutely not. The content is not only for them. They don't have monopoly on content. We can also use content for ourselves. Content can be used to educate people. Content can allow you to differentiate yourself from the competition. It can help you to get noticed by your potential recruiters. It can allow you to build a network. It can open up opportunities for business, and it can even allow you to be invited as a guest speaker in a forum. Now, I'm not saying that after reading a book or taking an online course. I'm saying all of that because I have experienced all of that in the last 2 years. The best part about creating content is that we have free and easy tools to create it. For example, I used canva.com to create my Instagram posts, to create graphics that I have used in this video, and I'm even creating the presentations now onwards on canva.com. And if you are thinking that you are just a student, what should you create? Then there are tons of ideas that you can implement right away. You can share your learnings in the form of a post or a presentation on LinkedIn. You can share the summary of a book. You can share the latest trends of your industry. You don't have to be an expert in your industry to create content. You just have to be a little bit ahead or a little bit more knowledgeable than your target audience. And you can find hundreds of content ideas on Google Trends, on Quora, on answerthepublic.com as well. If you are still thinking that you are too young to create content, I have literally seen 19-year-old people, and I want to take a specific example of Ishan Sharma, a 19-year-old guy. I came across his Josh talk recently, and I was fascinated to know that he's just 19-year-old and he's able to create such a beautiful, such a powerful and magnetic personal brand for himself. He has more than 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he has about 11,000 followers on LinkedIn. And it's not just about subscribers on LinkedIn, subscribers or followers. It's also about the network that he has built for himself. He has met wonderful people. He has interviewed wonderful, amazing people, and he has learned a lot of things from different people around him. And he has been able to monetize his business as well. The best part about him is that he didn't stop himself. He didn't let the age get in the way of creating a personal brand. And if Ishan Sharma can create a personal brand for himself, he is just 19-year-old guy, then why can't you? What's stopping you? Now, before you embark on the journey of creating a personal brand, I want you to ask yourself, how do I want to be perceived in this world? What are my interests? What kind of career would I love to go for? Write down these answers with a pen and paper. Seriously, write them down, because if they are in your mind, you don't know, you don't have clarity of thought. So it's important to write these things down and then reverse engineer your content accordingly. Now, this was the video for absolute beginners who have no idea about personal branding. But if you want to know more about content, if you want to know specific steps on how to build a personal brand, then let me know down in the comment. I would love to make a specific video on that as well. In the meantime, you can feel free to check out this video where I have talked about how you can build your presentation skills, how you can improve your presentation skills. I'll see you next time.